Welcome to Bits and Bytes Extended Version. This episode is about how to add elements into Book Creator. So let's get started. So let's have a quick look at how to add things into Book Creator. We'll start by creating a new book. This is the one I always pick, Landscape Comic, because it has the most affordability, meaning you can do the most things with it. So there are two buttons that you use to add things to Book Creator. There are the plus button and the inspector or information button. So we'll start by adding something on. Now you can see that there are a ton of things that we can add. We'll start with an image. I can upload from my computer or I can search online. So I'll search quickly here. And there's a picture. You'll see that the pictures all have a citation that comes with them. And all of their images are from Pixabay and they are copyright free. So we'll add our image. And if I click on it, I'm going to get these little blue dots. Those are action dots. Anything that has the blue dots is what I'm currently working with. So I'm going to go ahead and center this on the page. And once the blue dots are on, I can click the I for information. That will show me what I can do with this. So it gives me the, excuse me, the citation. I can add that to the page if I like. I can hyperlink this picture somewhere else. And I can move it in front of another picture, behind another picture. I can lock it so that it can't be moved, and I can crop it. So I'm going to go ahead and crop this one. There we go. And I'm going to replace it. There we go. So now the next thing I'm going to do is add some text. And because I've chosen comic book as my choice, I have the regular text and then I have a few sort of comic book style texts. I'm going to go ahead and choose this one and type a title. You'll see here that I can bold, italicize, underline, I can link out, I can change the color of my text here. I can make a highlighter, I can make a list. I've got accents I can add, I've got math characters I can add. And the other thing I can do is I can actually speak my title and the program will type it for me. So once I've got what I want, I'll click done. Again, the little blue action dots are on it. I can move it and then go over to the inspector or information button. I can change the size of the font. I can bold it, italicize, underline. I can change the font itself. And there are loads and loads of choices. Here's one of my favorites. And I can go backwards here and I can also change the color of the font. And move it till I've got it where I want it. There we go. So now let's see, what else can I add? I could use the camera built into my computer to take a picture of myself. The pen will allow me to draw. So I'm going to draw with this and let's see, I don't want to paint. Size is good. Yeah, this all looks good. I would choose a different color though. Down here I've got sparkles and grass. Why not? We'll go with grass. So I'm just, whoops. I'll click undo for that. I'll just go and draw a square around my dog and then click done and it will apply what I've done. The typing I already showed you. I can record my voice. So I'll click start recording. This book is about Labrador Retrievers. They're my favorite kind of dog. Then I'll stop if I want to use this recording. Book Creator will upload this little speaker for me. And I can leave it where it is. I can move it around. I can change the size. I can even put it behind something so that when you click on the picture, the sound will come out. Down here, I can add in these various comic book things. So I could move this and add some words. The other thing I can do, and this is really important when it comes to templates and things, I can put in panels to make this like a comic book. So if I wanted, let's say on the next page, to put in 3 panels, I could. But the other thing I can do with that, let's see, we'll add another page. It's not letting me undo that. Is if I pick one panel and unlock it, I can change the size of it, put it wherever I want it to be, and then if I don't want the kids to mess around with it, I'm trying to create a template, lock it again, and when my students come to this page in my book, they'll get this plus button and it will show them that they're to add an image or video from the camera right here, and it will fit inside this box. The other things I can add then under shapes, this is Google's shape library, which is massive. I think that's 2 million shapes. So I can go and search. And there we go. I get a Labrador dog. And with the little blue dots around it, I can even change the color if I like, or hyperlink it out somewhere. And I can play around with it. I can make it bigger as well, if I like. So that's the shapes library. And then also here we have animated emojis, which the kids will love to play around with. They have all sorts of fun emojis they can add into their work. And again, you can hyperlink these out if you like. And as a teacher, I can add all sorts of feedback stickers if I'm trying to give feedback to my students. So the one last thing to add is a background on a page. And because we already have a background on a page, we're not going to click add, we're going to click I for information. You'll see there are a bunch of comic backgrounds we can use. These are ones that have been recently used, and we have everything from textures. So I could make it a wood background if I liked. We have patterns we can use. There are borders, there's different types of paper, so you can use graph paper or even music paper with your students. And then under colors, there's a selection of colors, but if you don't like them, you can go here and choose pretty much any color you want. And if you actually know the hex code for the color, you can put it there and then click apply, and that will change the color. So those are the basics of how to add things into your Book Creator book. Kids will figure them out very quickly. If you are building a template and you're putting something in that you don't want the students to move, then in the I for Inspector, you just make sure that you lock it. And so right now this is locked, so if I make a copy of this book for somebody else, they will not be able to move that little emoji there. Perfect. I hope that helps. Thanks.